Tuning into 26 Sports. It's your host, Mike Reza. I'm on today again with one of the favorites of the show, one of the good friends of the show, my brother right here, Charles Conwell, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Another week in the bag, just back to work. Uh, but
Yes,
you,
sir.
man, you're busy now. We always talked about you wanting to be active and getting your fights in. You're back. August 10th, a little bit less than 4 months since your last fight. What's the feeling
Yeah,
like, man, that you're back in the ring so quick, doing everything that you said you wanted to do? How's that feel for you personally right now?
it's feeling good, man. Like you said, I always wanted to get active. I always wanted to stay in the ring and just keep getting better and keep getting more comfortable in the ring. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just staying active. I feel like I'm making up. Basically, I'm making up for lost time. To be honest.
Definitely. And you're going to be on a real big card. We know who the main event is Virgil
Mm.
Ortiz, Boyacek, interim WBC title. You're actually going to be the mandatory for that one as soon as it's done, I believe. I believe you're ranked number two right now or number one?
I think they moved me down to number 2 because of Earl Spence. But
Okay, so you're number
uh,
two, but you should be getting that shot after your fight. I know the last one, with Haney and Garcia, you took off. Are you going to stay and tune into the main event once you're done?
Um, I don't really know yet. It'd be a lot of family and friends, but I still tuned in. I still watch on my phone, but I just didn't stay at the event. But this all depends on how I'm feeling. But I'm definitely be tuned in for sure because that's like you said. I'm in line for the winner, so I'm definitely tuned in.
Definitely. Now, any news or anything about who the opponent for you is going to be as of yet, or you guys still just waiting to get that taken care of?
We're really just still waiting to get it taken care of. They had a couple people in mind, but I don't know if they're gonna fall through or not. So I'm just waiting here. I haven't got no exact opponent yet, so I can't really say who it is or who it's not going to be.
Okay, and now, is there any preference for you on who would be of the names that they threw out there? Anybody that you had a preference for? Who would you would want to fight?
Whoever the one with the best record, whoever one that got the best record, because I want to keep proving myself. I want to keep fighting the people with the best records as possible and just keep winning.
Okay,
To be
now
honest,
you said that they threw Spence in there. Obviously, we know the talk that's going to be there is that he's going against Fedora. Now, depending on what happens with the main event and then what happens with Spence and Fedora, maybe are your eyes more towards Spence if he pulls out the win?
as far as what fighting Spence, or as
Yeah,
far
fighting
as
for your next fight.
I'm open to fight either one, but I would love to fight Spence more. Just because of his name and his resume and what he's done for boxing already. So I definitely prefer to fight Spence over or with Virgil, who's just still, what I'm saying, we both still building, both still trying to get to where Spence once was. So I definitely rather fight Earl Spence. He's a bigger name.
Okay. Now, with Spence coming up, he's got the injuries. He's got a tough loss against Crawford. Do you see maybe him slowing down now that you think it may not be who he once was when he was coming up, or is there just you think maybe moving up in weight is going to help him out?
I mean, I can't really tell. I mean, I feel like it's the back end of their careers anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're mid to late 30s now. They aren't fighting as frequently as they used to. So I just feel like it's the back end of their career. They just looking to get the biggest fights as possible. So I just feel like that's the part of they're where they're at in their career right now. So.
Okay. Now, as we talked about, you wanted to stay busy, you wanted to stay active. You got a promoter now behind you that got you active. Again, this is your second fight in about 3.5 months. Before that, I believe you had a little bit over a year and a half layoff. Personally, just for you, how good does it feel to be back and active and have a promoter that has your back, that's keeping you busy like this?
Man, it feels real good. I feel like this is what I've been needing all along. To be honest, I need this. I needed this. And this is going to just make me a better fighter because I'm be more active in the ring, more comfortable in the ring. I get to stay in the ring more often, stay in the gym more often because I'm always fighting. So it's just like everything is just gonna keep turning the gears. I'm gonna keep getting better. I'm staying focused in the gym. I'm staying in shape. I'm staying around my weight classes. Like everything is just, you know what I'm saying, just all just like a working machine. Everything is working in my favor. So for
Yeah,
sure.
and now after your victory, obviously you as you said, you had Oscar there, you had Bernard. What have they told you since the fight, and what have they told you, leading up to this coming up?
After the fight, I got a chance to really talk with Bernard. He said he liked my performance off a year and a half layoff, but it's always things I can get better at. It's never a perfect. I feel like it's never a perfect performance. It's always something that you can do better in any fight that you fought. So I grade myself a little hard, but he said I did pretty good. But I just want to get better as a fighter overall. So I just take everything he says, use it to my advantage, and what I can use, I'm gonna use, and what I can't use, I'm just gonna keep it in mind. Maybe I can use it another fight, or another time, or I can give it to somebody else.
Okay, now with this fight coming up and not knowing what's going to be the plan for Virgil or Arrow or whoever wins those fights, if you get your opponent out of there early, are you looking forward to possibly coming back at the end of the year? As you said, you were trying to get 3 fights in this year. Is that something that you're possibly looking for?
Yeah, I think that's something that's definitely possible. If I don't fight December, I think January will be the time. The December or January, somewhere in between there. I feel like how the rate we're moving now, December or January, we fighting every 3, 4, well, every 4 months. So it's definitely possible to get one more in this year for sure. 3 or 4 months. So it's definitely possible to get one more in for sure. Especially if I get this the guy out of here early. So, well, when I get this guy out of here early.
Okay, now let's say you get him out 2 or 3 rounds. Would you possibly go into Oscar and Eric's ear and be like, "Hey, put me on that September 28th card in Vegas again"?
Oh yeah, if it's a slot open for me and they can make something happen, I would love to keep. What I'm saying, stay active. Why not? This is my career. This is what I do, and
Yeah,
this is what I love to fight. I mean, I'm a real fighter. I like to fight. I like to stay active. I like to keep getting better and just keep my face in the fan. Just keep my face in the fans' face. And, just building my name, building my resume, and just keep growing. So yeah, for sure, definitely would.
yeah. Now, when we talked last, we talked about all the fights that were coming up. All of them have gone through now. We talked about Bam. How surprised were you, or were you surprised at how easily he dispatched Estrada in that fight?
I feel like right now, Bam just like ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? He's just so far ahead of the pack. They got to do like everybody in the division got a lot of catching up to do. So I don't feel like right now at 115 pounds, there's not really anybody there. So I think he's just so much far ahead of the pack. It'll take a guy at a bigger weight class to even get close to even trying to even compete with him.
Definitely, man. And you know, I believe the way he responded to being knocked down showed a lot about him
Mhm.
personally and as a fighter. How he smiled, just
Mhm.
got up and went right back to work.
Right. Yeah, it shows this. This is his first time really showing any. Well, he got a job up before. I think didn't he get a job up
No, he didn't get
in
dropped
one of his
before.
fights?
This was the first
I
time he
said
ever got
job
dropped.
broke.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe last
So
year.
so he's been through adversity before, but this is his first time somebody ever seeing him down. So
Yeah,
it was good to just he can show his character, and it was just like a flash knockdown. Anyway,
yeah,
it wasn't really like really nothing. So he just got up and like you said, got right back to it.
yeah. And we talked about Fury and Usyk. I believe you said Usyk was going to win, right? Or did you say Fury? I don't remember.
I said Fury to be honest.
But were you surprised at how Usyk came back after being hurt? I mean, as bad as he was.
Man, man, that was a crazy fight. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was gonna be kind of easy work for Fury. I thought it was gonna kind of be easy work. I ain't gonna lie, and he was getting the better of him. Then, like you said, I think Usyk just changed to another gear and just bit down and locked in and hit Fury with a good shot. And I don't think Fury ever got the chance to really recover for a while. So it was just real competitive ever since then.
Yeah, and I mean, I was in San Diego watching that fight when getting ready for the other card that night, and I mean, it really threw me off. I'm watching with everybody else in the arena. We're watching on the computers and the monitors, and when Usyk had him on the ropes, man, everybody was just silent. watching that. So yeah, it was a surprise, as you said. He went into another gear and
Man,
Fury couldn't respond.
man, it's crazy. That was probably like one of the a big upset for me this year. 'Cause I just knew. I feel like I just knew he was gonna beat him. I ain't gonna lie. I just feel like he should have beat him easy. But it's boxing, and now I got a newfound respect for Usyk. I thought he was just too small, but he uses it to his advantage. He real light on his feet, and clearly he must have some good power and some good accuracy because he
Yeah.
hurt a lot of guys that he's fought. So even at the heavyweight division.
Now, real quick, what's up, Matt Town Podcast? Marquise, Matt from Brunch Boxing. What's up, brother? Um, Marquise got a question here. He wants to know what other fighters do you enjoy watching just personally?
I like to watch all the guys that's like around my age who I seen coming up. We all came up together. So I like to watch like Shakur. I like to watch Jerron Ennis. I like to watch Tank. I like to watch like people Devin Haney. I like to watch Ryan Garcia. I like to watch everybody. I like to watch all the guys who I've seen coming up with just taking it taking their craft to the next level, being world champions and just building up. So that's what I really like to watch. Other than that, I also like to watch Canelo, David Benavidez. All the other
Yeah,
big names. Anyway, Bivol, like when anybody, I'm a real boxing fan, so I watch all the fights. I was actually in the middle of watching the fights that's on OTX right now with
well, yeah,
O'Shea and Haven. So
yeah. And then
yeah,
Chocolatito's actually fighting right now too on ESPN Plus as well. So well, his
yeah, I seen
not
he's
fight
fighting
yet.
his hometown.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
his hometown. He's gonna bid for another title before he retires. So that's pretty cool, man. That's one of my
and
favorite
I seen he
fighters.
said he would. Yeah, and I see he would say he'll possibly fight Bam. I see that too.
I don't think
See if the
that'll
money
happen.
right.
I don't think that'll happen, man.
That's what I'm just saying. That's
Yeah,
what
I know.
somebody said on the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, he said it. I don't think it will, man. Like, I'm gonna be real.
yeah, I seen it was sparring too.
I seen Bam spar. I believe maybe a little over a week before his fight, and I'm gonna be real, man, dude. I've never stopped doing what I was doing to just focus on somebody's spar. But the way he was moving in there, I knew he was gonna do something special that night. He was special,
Yeah,
and Chocolatito is a legend. All respect to him. Like I said, one of my favorite fighters. I don't think he should go
yeah,
in there with Bam. No, like honestly.
yeah. And that's why I feel like that too. It's kind of like it's the back half of your career, but who else did the fight? Martinez, what's his name?
Yeah, Martinez beat
I mean, he
Ioka
can fight.
last week.
Yeah, so he can fight him. That would probably be a good fight. But other than that, I don't know who else is there to fight at the 115 division if you ain't fight one of them two.
Yeah, I mean, maybe for him, when Bam already said he's looking to maybe do two more fights at 115 and move up. So Chocolatito's planning to stay
Yeah,
there that long, get a couple fights in. Once Bam's done and vacates, pick up one of the belts and then right off into the sunset. Because I personally, I don't
right,
want to see him get hurt. That's just my thing at that point.
right.
I think Bam is just bad for him at this point.
Yeah, I can see that. I agree with that. I can agree with that.
Now, as you talked, you said you like watching Boots. He's on tomorrow, man, and with him fighting in his hometown, did it looks like he did great numbers in the arena. Looks like I believe it's close to a sellout or a sellout. You guys have sparred together. Maybe what can you share from sparring with him that some people may not know about how good Boots really is?
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Like I said before, real good fighter. But I feel like tomorrow he's gonna stop doing probably like I don't even see this going past like 4 or 5 to be honest. Maybe even earlier than that because I just don't really see it. I don't see what the dude possess, but the dude is tough. But I just don't feel like I feel like Boost is too young, too strong. Got ain't want to prove too much for this dude to even come in there and even play with him. So I feel like it's gonna be an early night for a lot of fights for that fight for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm also intrigued about the co-main event as well too,
Oh, with
and
the
Khalil Cole.
yeah Hackett and Dodson, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in that fight and the Khalil Cole fight, so I'm definitely gonna tune in.
Khalil Cole, man.
And it's some fights on ESPN. On ESPN tomorrow
Oh
too.
yeah,
I
yeah, the
forgot
top
about
ranked
that
card.
too.
Yep.
I see
Janovic
Janovic.
had to pull
Yeah,
out,
I
and
seen
see,
that. I said,
it's funny because we talked about that how the fight was talked with you before, and this may
mm,
have been the day that the fight would have happened. I know you would
mm,
have been pissed if the fight was set for this and then he would have pulled out the day before. Again, we understand, he fainted, he's dehydrated, but I just know had you been waiting that long and then you got your shot and then something like this would have happened, nah.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. But I hope he figures whatever he got out, and hopefully he's okay and he can continue on with his career. Because boxing is it's actually a really hard sport, and I feel like training camps be harder than the fights, to be honest. So
Hmm.
I know it's rough in there, and you got to get down to that weight class, and you really want to do it. You want to defend your belt, and you pushing your body to limits that you know what I'm saying that a lot of people would never understand. So it's
And
kind of it's crazy, but I hope he make it back. And I feel like I don't know what happened in the training camp. I don't know if he maybe start cutting weight too late or if he just outgrown the weight class. But yeah,
yeah, and that could happen. Now with you, as you said, some people wait to cut too late or do these things. I feel like you walk around like on weight almost all the time or near weight. Is that right? Because you feel every time I talk with you, you're doing something. I just got out of the gym or I just got out of working. I just got out of this. Is that something that you're constantly doing just to be around your weight so you don't have to cut so much?
to be honest, I'm just now starting to really get like I want to start. I just want to continue to be active. Like even when I'm on my downtime, I want to continue to just be active. That's what like my new goal is, and to eat right for real. For real. That's my biggest problem is the diet. It's not the working out. I don't mind working out. I've been doing it my whole life. It's really just sticking to my diet outside the training camp. That's what I feel like. That's like the next step of my life. I want to make that a lifestyle. Just changing my diet overall in general, and just living a more healthier lifestyle. Because coming from eating unhealthy for like however long you out, and then coming back to eating healthy is like kind of like it's real hard, and I just feel like if I just ate like that like my whole life, it's just easy
Yeah.
transition. So I just want to make that transition to eating better throughout like my whole life, not just being in training camp or when I know I got a fight coming up.
Okay. Now, after your last fight, you said you had a burger, right? At
Yeah.
down there.
Oh no, I'm
So
gonna get a cheat day or a cheat week or something. I gotta give me something there. Yeah,
okay,
I'm giving you a little cheat day, and I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm always gonna give me a cheat day because that's
gotcha.
just being a human. That's just
Yeah,
everybody. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
Now we got Matt again from Brunch Boxing. He wants to know how are you going to get yourself into that mix at 154 with everything coming.
Keep winning, keep putting on great performances. I mean, I'm doing my job as a fighter. I don't know what more people want me to do. I'm winning. I've got stoppages. I'm continue just to grow as a fighter. Keep displaying my skills. So people like, dang, that's gonna be a like Charles gotta fight him next. Like that's a great fight. I want to just keep on putting on great performances and just get rid of guys so I can build my name, my profile. That's really what it really is now. I actually need to start getting back on I need to get on social media more, but it's just hard for me because I'm not really like a real out there guy. I'm really to myself. I really talk too much. I'm just really like a I like to be in the cut. I don't like to.
Yeah.
If I ever get a lot of money, the more money I get, the less y'all might see of me. So y'all gotta get used to it.
Uh, now, a little to the side here. You got other ventures, as you said. You like to stay hidden. You like to
Yeah,
stay in the cut. You got your other ventures,
yeah,
your businesses. Now that you're getting, I believe it's real estate, right? How's that been going for
hmm
you? And is that just something that you put into as you were going along, and now it's really taking off now that you've gotten more fights under your belt?
yeah. That's something like I want to use as far as like just me a retirement plan. And I'm also I just actually I haven't even talked about this yet to the public, but now since we're here with you, I'm actually starting a gym in my home city, Cleveland, Ohio. So
Okay.
I'm looking to start a gym in Cleveland, and I'm looking to get back to the inner city kids and just being a resource for people and just breeding more champions. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know what it takes. I've been to the top level of the amateurs and the professionals. So now I just want to every year, even though I'm still a fighter myself, eventually I would like to change my roles once my career is done and maybe go coaching. So I just want to be that get that outlet to kids in my community and just be there for kids in my community just to help and just give back.
Yeah, that's something that everybody likes to hear, and that's something I like to hear. Giving back that way, doing things for the kids, opening your gym up. That's good, man, and I'm proud of you for that. And I hope that all goes good. Um,
Thank you.
Speaking of kids, man, how's the family, man? How's the babies going, and how's the lady doing, man?
Man, they're all doing really good to be honest. My daughter, my older daughter, she just turned 4, so she's 4 now. So that's good. We had a great birthday for her. We went to the little water park and whatnot. and now my youngest daughter, she's about to be 1 after my fight on August 25th. So
Damn, man.
they just growing up fast.
Yeah.
It's getting everybody just growing up so fast, and you just man, I just can't wait till I can be there every day with them and just spend more time with them. But right now, I gotta just set up their future, set up my future, so we can live comfortably and I can put them in every best situation I can, and give them the best life possible for being a father.
All right, now you said she's 4. So, what type of things
Yeah.
do you, is that one into? What does she like doing? Does she watch any of your fights? Now that she's older and she can see what you're doing, does she recognize you when you're on TV and call you out?
Yeah, yes. So she don't never really go to the fights. I don't feel like she's old enough to go to the fights yet. It's kind of like a lot going on in the
Yeah.
fight, so I don't really want her to be there. But she definitely watched the fight. She stayed home with her grandma and just watched the fight. They do a little fight party at home and watch me on TV. So that's exciting. And she definitely they always send me videos of her screaming at the TV. So it's always cool.
Okay. Okay. Now, um, Vegas, right? This is your first time in Vegas for the fight. What's the plan after the fight? Are you gonna stay there, the whole weekend? Are you coming back Sunday? You gonna hit any of the tables, any of the casinos after the fight, or what's the plan?
Man, you know what, man? I don't like to gamble.
Okay, okay,
I don't like to gamble on stuff. Only thing I would gamble on is myself. Like that's the only gamble I'm gambling on is myself. I gamble on myself, and that's it. I'm not gambling on nothing I can't guarantee, or I don't know how hard somebody's working, or especially not on casino betting. I just
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
it's not in my favor. So I'm not gambling on nothing that's not in my favor
All right, now, your wife or your girl is gonna be out there with you too when you guys sit out there.
for sure.
Okay,
For sure,
so
yes.
it's at the Mandalay, right? The Ultra Arena in there.
Hmm.
So maybe just because I went out there last year, they have a little aquarium, cool little spot inside the Mandalay Bay. You should head out. It's a cool
Okay.
spot. It ain't much too big, but
Yeah.
it's cool, man. Like I don't know if you guys like all like the sea creatures and all that, but it was cool when we went
Hmm.
last year.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna tell her about that too.
Yeah,
Cause
that,
she planning everything right now in her head, like what I'm gonna wear, what we gonna do. I'm like, man, I'm focused on my fight. You figure that part out. I'm just tagging along.
yeah. Now, do you already got your outfit and everything for the fight, like your ring attire? Do you already have that all set?
Yeah, it's still getting made, but I got it. It's in production right now, so yeah, it's on the way for
Okay,
sure.
okay. Is there anything new that you're gonna have for this fight? Uh, that you had to the other ones. Are you adding more things to them, different colors, or what's the main thing you're gonna put on this one?
Well, no, this training camp has been kind of rough. I just had a brother of mine, one of my blood brothers, one of my older brothers who had passed away. So I'm just gonna put something on there to remember him and you know just be there for him and just live. He's always with me type thing. He was always been a bit supportive. We Before he passed away, he said he's gonna come out to Vegas. Next month is his birthday month, so it was just a lot. It's just a lot on that end, and
Oh,
it's a real emotional thing for me and my family right now. But I'm trying to stay focused for my fight and just keep grinding. And then after that, I get my time to mourn properly and be around my family more often and just get to be there and get to just to really, what I'm saying, be there for my nieces and my sister in law and just everybody and just my mother. So I just feel like right now I'm kind of like far away from everybody because I'm training. Everybody understand I'm gonna make it there. I'm making it to the funeral, but it's just like
yeah,
I'm not gonna really get my chance to grieve and just really be there like how I want to because I'm so focused on this. And I know my brother, and I just know how he is. He would rather me focus on this, and you know what I mean. He was always a happy person, always a fun person to be around, and he always just supported me. He's gonna come out to the fight, so I just know he would want me to focus and really prepare best as I can, so I can, you know, do my thing in the future and all the next fights.
definitely, man. And as you know, well, so first condolences to your family, but as you know,
Thank you.
I lost my brother earlier this year, so I definitely knows how that feels, man. So yeah, just got to go out there and shine for him, man. Let him know, especially being that it's his birthday month. This month is my brother's birthday month too. At the end of the month, so I definitely know how that feels,
Yeah.
bro. So yeah, I know you're gonna go shine. You're gonna shine no matter what. Now you got even more
Yeah.
motivation to do it, bro. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No problem, man. And so with the fights that are gonna be coming at the end of this year now, We know a couple. Of course, we got Boots, but now as we
Mhm.
mentioned, Crawford snuck into your division, man. He's trying to make his name in your
Yeah.
weight class now. He's done it at 35.
A week before our fight
Yeah,
too. So you know I'm
35,
tuned in.
40, 47, and now 54. How do you see
Yeah.
that fight going for him coming up on the third?
I actually think it's early. I think it's gonna be competitive. I just think Boots. I mean, I said Boots. I think early is gonna be competitive because dude's style and he's got awkward movement. But I feel like after like the second half of the fight, I think that's when Crawford's gonna come on and start touching that body and making him stop moving. It's gonna get real. I think it's gonna get real one sided like after the sixth round. But I think early is gonna definitely be competitive.
Definitely. Yeah, you know what? I feel Madrimov is gonna give him a tough fight early, but I just,
Yeah.
you know, I have Crawford in the same boat as I had Hopkins back in the day. Was until I see somebody beat him, I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
someone's gonna beat him. Like I have to see it for me to say, yeah, he's got beat. Until then, I'm
Right.
I'm gonna keep it the same way. So I have the same look
Yeah.
for him. Um, you know, there's talks about Canelo and Eubank Jr., Canelo and Berlanga, and then oh Matt, yeah, condolences to your brother as well, bro. I remember as that. Condolences from us to you as well. But
Yes,
Matt
sir.
from Brunch Boxing also has lit a little fire on Twitter as he's saying it's gonna be Canelo and Benavidez. So I know what your thoughts are already on Canelo and Benavidez. Now, if it's Canelo against Eubank Jr. or Berlanga, how do you see that going if it's one of those two?
I think it'll be a stoppage. Either one, it don't really matter. I don't see. I don't really see the purpose of either to fight, especially Eubank. I don't really see the purpose of fighting Eubank. I would rather him fight Edgar Berlanga. At least Edgar Berlanga's in his weight class, and he's coming off a knockout win. I feel like Eubank. He came off. I think he's coming off a win. I don't know if it's a
Yeah,
knockout
he,
win,
he
but
stopped
the fight
Liam
before
Smith.
that fight, yeah. But the fight before that fight, it was kind of like he
He
got
got
stopped.
stopped.
So it's kind of like he looked real vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no point of fighting him. But
I
that's
think
just me.
I think the only reason that fight is possibly mentioned is the international aspect of him being probably going to
Yeah.
England to fight, get that fan
Okay.
base, probably make some money. So I could see that
Yeah.
from that point. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't
I
really
mean,
think.
I'm a tune in. You know, I'm a
Yeah,
Canelo fan. I'm a tune in either way it go. But
but for me personally, I don't
yeah,
think either one of those two deserve the fight, Berlanga or Eubank. I
yeah,
don't think either one. To be fair,
yeah. But who would you other than being the Vitas? Who would you say even deserves the fight?
honestly, at 168 now, it's just Benavidez. It's just him. Yeah,
Exactly.
there's
Yeah. So
nobody else.
it's
He
kind of
he.
crazy.
The only other one was Mungia, and that's done now. So it's just Benavidez.
Right.
Berlang. If I
Right.
had a list, it's Benavidez 1 through like 55, and then Berlanga like 63, and then Eubank is probably
Yeah.
like 140 or something on that list.
I
Like
swear.
I don't think neither one of them deserve it. Um, Berlanga, honestly, he hasn't beaten anybody of consequence to deserve that fight for me. Like, there's nobody that I would say
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, he definitely gets it. Mungia came up,
Right.
beat Ryder, beat guys in those levels where you're like, okay, he's made his name to
Right.
get that fight. Benavidez, we all know he
Right.
deserves it, so it should be Benavidez. Now, if it is Benavidez, how do
I
you
don't
think
think
that
it's gonna
fight
be
goes?
anymore. It's not gonna be Benavidez. I don't think they're gonna fight till next year. I think they fight next year. But if it is Benavidez, I think it's gonna be competitive. But I just feel like me, I feel like Canelo is just a better fighter. I know he's on the back half of his career too, but I just feel like Canelo is a better fighter skillfully. But I feel like David Benavidez definitely gonna bring the pressure. He definitely got a lot to prove, so it's gonna make him more hungry. But I just feel like I just like Canelo's style better. I know he's smaller, but I just like Canelo's style. But I think he got better head movement, better skills, better sharpening. I think Canelo's is an overall better fighter, but I just think Benavidez is such a bully and so big. It's just like that's what makes it competitive. But skill for skill, I think Canelo's better than him. It's me. But like
All
I
right,
said, it's gonna be a competitive fight for sure.
what's up, Clay? I see you. Now, for one of the other fights against second half of the year, we're hearing all these different names. We're hearing who's coming up. Tank and Lomachenko, man. If that's to go off in
Yeah.
November, how do you see that fight going?
I think that's gonna be a competitive fight too early. That's definitely gonna be a competitive fight early for sure. But I can't. You can't like it's like you said. You can't go against Tank. Like you can't like how you can't go against nobody else. You can't go against Tank because he just got that equalizer.
Yeah,
He got that thing, and he's not just like power. He actually shows skill. He shows different dimensions of his game. But it just always ends up they just getting clipped at the end. It's just
yeah.
man.
He
But I think it's definitely gonna be a competitive fight. That's like a real competitive fight too as well.
yeah
If he can, because it's hard to hit Lomachenko. He's real slippery. He's real got good angles. But I just feel like Gervonta's young. He got the youth. He got the power. He's skillful himself. So I think it's gonna be a good fight. But I just edge it to Gervonta.
yeah. And with Tank, I feel like he walks you into what he wants you to do. He wants you to get comfortable. He wants you to believe you have him, and then bam, that's it. Like before you know it, you're getting up, looking up at the
Lights out.
lights. Yeah,
Right.
he's really skillful, and he's not given the respect for it that he should be getting. Now,
Yeah, I agree with that.
I know you like, as you said, you're a boxing fan. On that card, August 3rd, which fight besides maybe Crawford and Madrimov do you have your eyes on for that card? Obviously, it was probably Virgil and Zoo. Now that that's not there, is
Yeah.
there another fight that you're looking forward to watching there?
I, I'm supporting Jared Anderson in that Martin Bacol fight. I think this is a good fight for Jared.
That should be good. Yep.
I feel like this is a good step up, and I'm watching that Pitbull versus that Ryo fight too.
Yeah.
I think that's a real good fight as well. I think
That,
those are both real good fights. But I'm gonna tune into the whole card. I know
yeah.
Andy Screw's on there.
Yep.
David Morrell is on there. Them like
And
the
then
only ones I
Andy
really
Reese.
know like that's fun. Oh yeah, Andy Ruiz. Yep, he's
And
fighting
Big Baby.
the other big baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The hopefully they keep the test on Big Baby through that whole lead up to that one.
yeah. But yeah, that card is like you can't go wrong with that card, man.
Yeah.
If you a boxing fan and you're not watching that, you don't know nothing about boxing.
Yeah. I get some people saying that maybe it's not technically a pay per view card because Virgil fell off. I've seen some of them just because they're saying Crawford, but you got to think some of these guys could main event any other card
All those fights are main event fights,
on
except the
any
Andy
other.
Cruz fight.
Yeah, on any other event, any other platform. That Pitbull and
Yeah,
Ryo
those are
fight
main
is
event fights.
definitely a PBC main event.
Main event for sure.
Jared Anderson, he's fought lesser guys as a main event
For
on
main
Top
event,
Rank.
right?
So yeah, those are
Andy
all main event
Ruiz is
fights.
a main event. Like yeah,
Yeah,
those are all the main event fights. You can't say that's not. Those are better. Those are better than pay per views that have already happened this year. You know what I'm
yep,
saying?
yeah,
So
definitely.
you really can't say nothing.
Now, last time we talked, we talked about Better BF and Bivol. Obviously, Better BF had the injury, but it is scheduled to happen in the second part of the year. Do you think though with that injury, do you see that fight closer now than what you did back then?
And I don't know, cause I think so, man. Cause better, I'll have my money on Better BF, but man, I think he getting old, man. Cause
And he's
man,
very
he
inactive
keep
now.
getting injured,
Yeah.
and he keep getting injured. It's like just keep having the back to back to back. So I think this like if after this fight, I think this is the last hurrah of his career. Win, lose, or draw. I think this is like the last hurrah of his career too, as well. There's nobody after this. There's nobody else to fight. You go to cruiserweight. I don't really think it's like no real big money up there, but there's money to be made. But I just feel like this is he's like on the back of it. He's like 40 something or like 40,
Yeah.
right? So
I believe he's
yeah,
about to be 40.
yeah. So he's on the back of his career too. I think this is like the last hurrah, but I don't know. It's definitely gonna be more competitive than I thought it was the first time.
Okay, now let's say Better BF gets the win. Let's say Benavidez chooses to stay at 175. How would you see that fight going?
No, I don't know. I think it better be here. I think he. When I no offense to better be here, is but when I think of like a Russian boxer, like better be is like what's like the stigma of what pops up in your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's just like a hard, solid, strong guy. Like he's there, like strong, like chin. Like I don't know. He just gives me like the perfect definition of a Russian boxer. So, but I think that'd be fireworks though. I don't think I don't think Benavidez is. It's gonna take him more. He need more time to adjust to 175 before he
Okay.
just jumps to something like that. I was like his last performance. Dude was an ex-world champion, so he wasn't no slouch. But I just feel like he needs more uh, time to settle into the weight class.
Okay. Now, we got a question here from Clay Stevenson. He wants to know if there's any chance that you might go for the IBF title next.
I mean, I don't know to be honest. That's a good question. Who has Bakram
Yeah,
Martalia?
yeah.
I mean, I would do. I would if it makes. Yeah, I would. I would go for anybody. To be honest,
Okay.
that's something I would definitely. Now I'm gonna have to pitch that to Golden Boy. Like man, whatever route is the fastest route to get me to a world title, I'm willing to take it. I'm not to tell him that. We don't. Yeah, because all the belts are held up by three people at this point.
Yeah. Yeah,
So yeah, I'll definitely
and that would make
definitely have to say
sense.
that.
You get the IBF title. Whoever's the
Mm,
champion for the WBC, that's a unification early part of next
right,
year. If you guys can make that happen.
right. Yeah, that's definitely something that I'm definitely looking at. That's definitely something I'm interested into doing though, because it'll definitely be like get my name profile bigger. Just being a world champion in general, but like you said, it helped me get better and bigger opportunities with fighting other champions. So,
Yeah,
like you said, that definitely that's something I would definitely look into. I definitely pitched that to Golden Boy. I never really took a chance out to really think about it. I knew who the guy was, but I just never thought about going that route. But if it's the opportunity available, for sure, I definitely do.
definitely. Now, that's a great question, Clay. Thank you. Now, again, we're coming down to the end here. I always got to say thank you, bro. I've been following you, and we've been, chatting
Yeah.
since I think right before the COVID, I believe. And
Mhm.
I'm excited to see your career keep moving up. I tell everybody, I don't pick favorites. I stay to my side. I enjoy with you. I can't deny, I gotta rock with you every time because I've been rocking with you from day one, bro. So I'm excited to see you
Right.
keep moving forward. I'm excited to see your career grow. And I'm just proud of you, bro. To the point that you've gotten to now, you've got
Thank you.
yourself in that position that you've always wanted to do, bro. So I just got to let you know, bro. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Like you said, we've been in the lab talking on and off of, you know what I'm saying, the interviews and you always been there for me to support me and I always try to be there as much as I can to support
Yeah.
you and just, you know, just gonna keep growing together.
Yes, sir. Now, before we head
But you
out,
gotta give me your prediction about the Chuck versus Virgil Ortiz. What you think?
I'm gonna be real, man.
That's gonna be a good fight though. That's gonna be a good fight,
It's
man.
gonna be good.
That's gonna be a good,
It's
great
gonna be
fight.
good. But I was there, dude. I was telling you, I was there with them at the training camp. I think
Yeah.
Virgil gets him out of there in 5, bro. I really do.
In
Virgil,
5?
Virgil was on, dude. The way Bam was training when I was looking at Virgil, it's like they're in a zone now. Like you said, staying active gets you in the rhythm. This is gonna be Virgil's third fight this year. He was so smooth and fluid with everything he was doing, and he didn't look tired. When I talked to him after, he was not breathing heavy, and he was working hard. And he was just like, "Oh,
Right.
I'm just doing." And I was like, "Damn, dude, like you were just running, you were hitting the bag, you were sparring. How are you just chilling? Like, how are you like that?" And
Right.
I just think he's been so active now this year. It's gonna be his third fight. He really wants this. He was pumped for Zoo. So when that fell through, I just it's kind of one of those things where I hate it has to be you, but it's gonna be you who's gonna get this, and I feel that's what's gonna happen
Right.
with Virgil here. What's your prediction for the fight?
It's gonna be competitive. I don't. My prediction it ain't going the distance
Okay.
for sure. I don't feel like it's going the distance for sure. I feel like it's gonna definitely be competitive. But if I had to get an edge to anybody, I'd give it to Virgil just because. But I don't know, man. That's gonna be a good fight. But I just gotta get an edge to Virgil because dude lost before to a
Ben Adams.
lost before. I think I ain't gonna lie. I seen them get rocked before. And I seen them in some competitive fights that like I thought shouldn't have been competitive. Like the Nathaniel Gallimore fight, I feel like
Yeah.
at the beginning of that fight was kind of competitive, like too early, and I feel like yeah, that shouldn't have been that competitive with you. But I gotta give it to him. He a workhorse, and
Yeah.
he got that bite in him. He gonna be in shape. He gonna be there to press you all night. But I just don't know if his chin can hold up to those shots. And like with Virgil too, but same thing with Virgil too. Virgil got 2 fights in this year, but they only went 1 round, and they were
Yeah.
with lesser guys than real basically welterweight guys who've been stopped a bunch of
Yeah.
times. So and
Yeah.
then you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a real competitive fight though. I feel like this fight right here gonna show me how Virgil really competes and how he going to hold up at the 154 division though.
Yeah. And I just think for me again, as you're saying, they were guys that were moved up because I know the last one that guy asked for 155, 154. so I could see that one.
Yeah.
But with Virgil, it's just I think he's been wanting, and he hasn't left the gym pretty much this whole year. You know, as
Right.
you got April, August, possibly December now. He was gone January, April, August. So he's constantly been in the gym. He hasn't really left and gone home. He's just been training.
Right.
So yeah, that's why when I see it and when Boyachik, I'm not saying he can't win because he definitely can. And he's, as you
Yeah.
said, he's a workhorse. He bites down. He's gonna bring the pressure. He's gonna bring the fight. I just think Virgil's just too much, and I think Virgil is so precise and accurate that he's gonna catch him with
Hmm.
something, and he's not gonna let up. But I think it's gonna be,
Yeah.
I say 5 rounds, but those 5 rounds are probably gonna just be nonstop blood and guts
Man, that's what
everywhere.
that's what's really want me to make these. That's what's going to make me want to stay for the main event. But I'm just going. I don't know though. I might stay for the main event. I might not. It just depends on how my
Yeah,
family feeling and what they want to do. To be honest, and how I'm feeling after the fight. So, but I'm definitely gonna be tuned in. If I go home, if I leave, I'm still gonna be watching it on my phone. So it don't really matter anyway.
yeah. Now, your mom stayed for the last fight when you left. If she stays this time,
Yeah.
are you gonna gonna have to stay this time too, or are you gonna just still take off?
I might still take off because that she. But this is Vegas, so it might be different. She said it was a lot of traffic in New
Yeah,
York the last time. It was so packed. Took her like 4 or 5 hours just to get home. I'm like, that's crazy, but
it won't take you
yeah,
that long, but yeah, it gets packed. But the way they have the
yeah,
parking, everything in all these venues, it's different. So you might have a little space to get out. But yeah, no, yeah, New
right,
York. I've heard from everybody that was there that it was a good time, a great event, but the way to get out of there was just trash. So
man, man. I left. That's why I wanted to leave early too. I'm like, man, I know this is gonna be too crazy. Let me get my Uber now. And we can just watch it on my phone and go grab a bite to eat before everything closed.
yeah, now as you said, it's Vegas. You're gonna get a cheap meal when you're done. Is it gonna be a burger again, or are you looking for something different this time?
You know what? I've been trying to like with all that, like I said, like I've been trying to live like a healthier lifestyle. So I haven't really been like into my food thing. But I think when they get closer to time, I'm starting getting more and more, and tapped into like the what's in Vegas, what's good to Vegas to eat. I'm going to TikTok look up.
Oh yeah, yeah,
May go to my boy, may go to my boy Keith Lee. You know he live out in Vegas and go check out some of his videos. But man, I don't know. I'm just gonna just gotta do my research when it's closer to time. You know, right now I'm not really that like that hungry. I'm not really that
uh,
low yet, so I ain't really too pressed for food like I will be the week of the fight.
yeah. There's a lot of places there to grub, man. I think that's where you spend most of the money, man. This is when you eat. I took my family last year, and it's like, oh, what'd you buy? I was like, oh, we ate. Like that was the big thing. We ate. Like we got things here
Yeah,
and there, but we ate. Like so, yeah. That's really what it's
right.
gonna be. So that's gonna be
I'm
what you're gonna
excited
do.
though.
So you've been to Vegas before, but this is your first time fighting in Vegas, right?
Yeah, this I fought in Vegas as an amateur at the National Golden Gloves, but I never fought in as a professional, so it's my first time.
Okay. And now, did it give you a time frame on when you know who your opponent will be? Like maybe a week or so, or
I don't know. They said they trying to hopefully like lock in something this week. It's out of like I said, it's out of a few guys, so it just I don't know. You know how this
yeah,
boxing game go. You got to make sure they can make the weight. You got to make
yeah,
sure they can get their visas or wherever they coming from, and to make sure they get the. You know how they go, man.
yeah,
But I'm gonna
yeah.
just stay ready. I just keep focusing on me and what I need to get better at and what I can do better to become a better fighter. That's what I really be focusing on. And then once time comes and they tell me who opponent, I watch a little bit of tape, give it off to the coaches, maybe watch a little bit more when time get closer, and then after that I'm done.
Okay. So when we get closer, then we'll ask what your prediction for the fight is. But right now, you said get the stoppage. Is that just the mindset going forward? Will you be let down if you don't get a stoppage, or is it just you want to make a
Man, I
statement?
just want to be honest. You, I want to get the stoppage to be honest, but I'm not going to be out there rushing to look and just going out there first round bombs away. I'm trying to let everything come natural. I'm trying to go out there and be more relaxed and just just show my true skills. So I feel like sparring Charles Conwell and fighting Charles Conwell are two different things. And I want to bring more of that sparring calmness and what I'm saying, just be, like smoothness and sparring into the boxing ring. And I feel like that's what me being so active is that's what's gonna do for me. I feel like I'm gonna be more sharper, more loose, more relaxed. But yeah, I always want to end the show on a spectacular note. I always want to steal the night. So I'm always looking to do that.
Okay, okay. So,
I think I
hey,
was the only person on the April 20. I was the only person on the April 20th flight to get a
got to
stoppage
stop
on
it.
the pay per
Yep.
view part. So
Yeah, you
yeah,
were. So, hey, I mean, as you said, that main event is gonna be lights out. So
Mhm.
you, if you want to get that stoppage, you gotta do a lot. So people keep talking about
Yeah,
you because we know that main event's gonna be popping, but you gotta still
man,
to
that
show
main
there.
event gonna be crazy. Yeah, yeah. I'm excited. I'm really excited to be honest.
Yeah, it's good, man. So before we head out, man, give a shout out to all your sponsors, and then let everybody know where they could catch you, social media, people in your area where they could find you at.
Man, I just want to give a shout out to Soul City Boxing Gym and all my coaches back at home who always been there to support me and push me to become better every day. And I just without them there is no me, and without me there is it's vice versa. We've been in this together. We've always gonna be in this together, and gonna continue to push forward and till we get to those world titles and unified, undisputed, and however far this the boxing game take us. But for right now, I just want to give them their flowers and tell them I appreciate them for always being there and supporting me and always being in my corner. And I want to thank you, what I'm saying, for always bringing me on the show and we always
Definitely, bro.
just chopping it up like how we do.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Always will, man. No matter what, we're always gonna be in contact, man, all the time. And then
Sure.
let everybody know where they could catch you on all your social media, and then people around you if they want to just maybe go see you train or something.
And you can catch me on all social media platforms at Charles Conwell. This is my first and last name. I'm trying to stay consistent throughout the rest of the training camp with just keeping everybody updated with videos and pictures and stuff like that, so they can continue to support me and tune in. Just tune in August 10th. It's gonna be a great show.
Yeah, so everybody tune in August 10th. The Zone, Virgil Ortiz, Sergey Boyacek is the main event. Charles Conwell on there. WBC number 2 coming for that world title. Maybe we could get that Oscar if you're watching. Jane, Eric, whoever, slide in that IBF title. Get a unification going for the end or the beginning of the next year. So let's see it go,
Yeah,
man. So yeah, man. Again, thank you for coming on, bro. Appreciate it.
no
Always gonna
problem.
stay tuned in and tapped in with each other. And we're definitely gonna be supporting you and watching you on August 10th, man. And for everybody else that's tuned in, I appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you guys all.